All right, welcome back, everybody. No rest for the wicked. We right back at it. Thank you guys for all the positive comments, and I knew that video was gonna blow up yesterday, so at least there was that good to come out of it. And you know, when you have a day like that, at least for me, it's good to keep things in perspective. That I am still nice and green on the year, so it's kind of lost time, things I can still work on to become a better trader, and the fact that I can take a loss like that and still be nice and green on the year means that I'm doing better than 90%-ish people out there. So at least I'm still making money in the market. We're going to try and bounce back today, start the slow bounce back from the big loss yesterday. The key is to not do anything crazy today. Obviously, we're not going to make that all back in one day. So just wanted to take things real easy today. And I guess with the bounce back theme, I decided to take all long trades today. So 4 trades today, 2 options trades on Tesla, and then longs in Boyle and Facebook. Let's trade. All right, so first trade today was on Tesla, and I was watching it and made a nice big pop uh, today in pre-market and opened up real strong and nice. And so I was waiting to find a pretty nice pullback here to get in some long call options contracts, thinking that this thing had a good chance to run up towards 1100 as long as the market didn't kind of just fade off and die throughout the morning, which it ended up doing, unfortunately. So that's not going to help it. But I am watching it here for some long options contracts, and I get the first one here. We're on tomorrow's expiration, the $1,100 calls, and we are in at $5 on the premium here on this nice dip over the last 2 or 3 candles coming down towards the lows of the day. But about 10 minutes later, it went down a little bit lower, but the premium never really came down with it, so I never got any additional contracts there. So at this point, I'm just like, you know what? If it comes up through 5 to 510, I'll just cut this one off, cut it off as not really a winning trade, but just cutting the trade out and at least take a few dollars out of it if it can give me the pop back up through 5 here, because it hasn't really done what I was looking for. It hasn't given me that nice big Tesla surge, which Tesla likes to do oh so often, and I watched it do a billion times before. So that's what I was looking for here. But unfortunately, it didn't want to give it to me, so I decided, if it's going to let me get up and get out of this one with a tiny green on the trade, I will take it. So you can't see the premiums, but you can see the P&L is lowering down, getting up towards break even into the green there, and it fills me at 510 for a gain of $10 on that Tesla contract. And that was a good idea because you could see moments later it starts dipping again down real big, and I'm like, okay, well, this is another nice big dip down here in Tesla, so I may look to restart getting into some contracts here, and I go ahead and get another one. I now have one at 4, so you can see just in a matter of a minute it went down over a point there on the premium values. And if we can get this candle pretty much down through the 350s, I will then look to add a second contract down there at 350. I put it out, I get the fill, so I now have 2 contracts at an average of 375 on the premium. It does start bouncing a little bit after that, but once again, it's not the big Tesla bounce I'm looking for. The market is still grinding down a little bit, so I decided to put both of these contracts out at 395. Just front run that $4 whole number a little bit, and if we get the fill here, we'll lose 5 on the first contract, but we gain 45 on the other, so it's a gain of 40 overall for plus 50 on the Tesla contract so far. And at this point, I was like, all right, it doesn't look like it's going to make the moves I'm looking for today. So I move on, and a little bit later in the morning, we're looking at Boyle, a natural gas ETF. It's taken a huge hit. I don't know if there was some oil or natural gas news that came out here. I'm assuming there was, but I was watching it as it broke down through this 79 area, and I was watching and I was like, all right, this thing, if it breaks down here, we'll put some in, but if it holds on, I kind of want to look to put it in too, because it's kind of looking like it's slowing down on this down move. But I'm going to take it real easy with only 25 shares if I go ahead and grab some here, just in case it's not done that move. So I'm in there with 25 shares here on Boyle at 78.90, as it was holding on kind of the 79 level here. And although I think this thing has the potential to easily pop back up 82 or above, I decided just to put them all out at 79.90, which is a point higher, because it's a natural gas ETF, and I don't want to be greedy on it, especially today. I just want to take what I can get and move out of the trades today since we had that date yesterday. So the order's out there at 79.90, and it starts pretty much popping up right away after we got into Boyle here. So it's just a matter of, is it going to shoot up there real quick? There's the shoot up real quick, and we're all out there for a $25 gain, 1 point on the trade. And then pretty much the same exact thing here on Facebook a little bit later on. You can see it pushing down towards 194 here. Nice big move off of 196 over the last two candles. So I'm like, all right, it's holding 194. I'm going to go ahead and get 50 shares in long here at 194. It gives me plenty to go. If we push down a little bit further here, down towards 193, wasn't going to add another 50 unless we got down to 193 here on Facebook. And then on this one, I was looking at the chart and I was like, what can I easily get here on a bounce? And I was like thinking 194.70, which is, 30 cents or so below that big hole number. And, it'll at least get me up over $100 on the day if I get that trade. So I put the order out there for all 50 at 194.70. And now it's just a matter of if it can break back up through that half hundred there, basically, that $half mark on 194.50. It is pushing up towards that 194.50 mark here. So I'm like, all right, if we can break through that 0.50 mark, we're probably looking pretty good to get the fill there at 0.70. So it's just a matter of waiting and seeing what's going to happen here. It is pushing up here. Can it get up through the 50s? It pops through the 50. I'm like, all right, we're probably good. And then moments later, we get the fill on that little spike right there at 194.70 for plus 35. And it takes me to plus 110 on the day. So, obviously when you look at what ended up being a 3.7K loss yesterday, because you guys didn't see the little NVAX trade I made in the afternoon to make a little bit of money back. So ended up being down 3.7 yesterday. So $100 here. We just need 37 more days of that, and we'll be right back to where I was yesterday morning before I started trading. So, sometimes you got to keep things in perspective. Remember that you're still nice and green on the year, and as long as we don't have, more than 1 or 2 of days like yesterday, hopefully no more than 1, then the year will still turn out real nice by the time we get to the end of December. So thank you guys again for all the support on the video yesterday. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for being here.